What is happening, guys? My name is Jamie and this is the Norwich Reptile Shed. Now this video is going to be a pretty quick and basic video. We're going to just cover some substrate, a little bit about substrate, a little bit about me, and a bit of an update about the shed. So yeah, this video is just going to be a pretty short and sweet video, kind of giving a rough little update about the shed, a little bit update about me, and why I've decided to kind of move over to a quite a simple substrate, how that's working with my life and the reptile room. And yeah, just a bit of a recommendation really. This isn't a product that is brand new on the market or anything like that, but just going to kind of go over some stuff that's that I've found helpful in the last well, at least the last year. So we're also going to finish this video up with a little bit of a maintenance on one of my false water cobra vivariums. So I need to pop her out of the vivarium and completely strip everything down, and yeah, we'll be going from there. So the substrate that I am talking about is this basically coconut husk or coconut chips. It's sold in so many different formats. You can buy it specifically for reptiles, you can buy reptile branded stuff, you can buy it for plant stuff. There's a little bit more of like an eco push with plants and gardening at the moment, and this cocoa fibre, cocoa husk, cocoa coir is really kind of popular at the moment for gardening. So what I'm doing is buying it in 4.5 kilogram lumps, and I'm finding that can basically do a 6 foot vivarium pretty well, pretty deep. Certainly it will get you a really good substrate level in a 4 foot vivarium, and probably enough to do a little bit more after that as well. So why have I switched over? So up till now I've been basically making like a mix, and that has worked really well. Some mixes work well, some mixes don't work as well, but on the whole it generally works quite well, supports plants really well. But yeah, it requires me to have like 5 different things all going at the same time. For most people that's probably quite an easy thing to do, is to have you know, 5 different ingredients, mix it all up, throw it in a vivarium. But when I'm working with these 6 foot vivariums and sometimes even bigger things, so it's quite hard to have all that stuff bulk ready to go. Yeah, so I've had to kind of find a different option. This year has been quite busy for my personal life, as well as in the reptile shed. I've been out quite a lot playing drums with my band, so I don't have loads and loads of hours to kind of give, and when I have a little bit of time to kind of strip out a vivarium and rebuild it, I need something that's a little bit more to hand, and a little bit quicker to make, and I've just got it there stored ready to go. I've also had something happen in the reptile room that has given me a bit of a different kind of look on things, and that is an infestation of mealybugs on my plants. So I'm kind of in the process at the moment of ripping out vivariums that have live planting in them, and I'm kind of working my way through slowly to kind of get rid of those plants, and eventually I will start again. Now this isn't something I'm going to do over a weekend or a week or maybe even a month. It just means I've got to go through them slowly, and it is heartbreaking, but really the plants in here, I can't pull all my animals out, keep them all in tubs, treat all these plants. For me personally, this is going to be much easier if I just start again with a few cut-ins, a few bits of this and that, and just start again. But for now, that does mean that I can basically use a substrate that might not necessarily be as good for plant growth, because I'm not too worried about plants at this time. So that's probably enough of me rattling on about coconut fibre. What I'm going to do now, let's go and get one of my false water cobras out, and we're going to start stripping her vivarium out, and we'll crack on. So this is the vivarium that I am going to be stripping out today, and it's really sad, but I do have to take out all this kind of plant growth that we've got back here, but it also gives me a good opportunity to get the glass re-cleaned and to just make some adjustments. Now, cocoa fibre substrate does have its limits. There is animals in here that I'm definitely not going to be using that on. I'm not going to be using that on things like my tortoise, the indoor bedding for my tortoise. I actually still stick to topsoil in her run, and that's worked perfectly fine for years. So there is a range of invertebrates as well that I'm not going to be using this for. I'm not going to be using this for any of the substrates in my millipedes, my beetles, so my Pachnoda colony or my African giant flower beetles. I'm not going to be using it for that, and I'm not going to be using it in the grub mix either. So that's kind of where I'm not going to bother with that. So to me, this product does have its visual limits. Certainly for me in the reptile room, I do really like the look of this in kind of rainforesty, jungle, woodland kind of vivariums. And that's not to say that this wouldn't work in drier climates. You could certainly make up a batch of this stuff, dry it out, and use it for an animal that enjoys burrowing, stuff like hognoses, even all the way up to like corn snakes and things like that. This product will work well. Just for me at the moment, I am using it as a replacement for more tropical or humid enclosures. Okay, so this is basically done. I've broken most of the big chunks up. Unlike cocoa fibre, kind of the bricks that you get doesn't really expand, it just kind of breaks up with the addition of water, so that kind of just helps it. So yeah, let's pour this in and we'll get cracking putting the decor back on. And even though what you're going to see me do in this video is use this stuff fairly neat, I might actually put some, I've got some actual just cocoa fibre soil knocking about that I might just put in there just to kind of bulk it up as it's going in quite a large vivarium. You can definitely use this stuff to make a mix. You can use it in replacement to a kind of soil mix where you would use orchid bark maybe to get that kind of aeration for the soil, for the plant growth. Yeah, you can definitely make a mix of it, and that is something that I've done in the shed. My crocodile skink has a kind of mix of chips, coconut husk soil, with also leaf litter, sphagnum moss, whereas some of my snakes I've just kind of made a batch up and just thrown it in there as a little bit more of like a sterile environment, just to kind of get that vivarium refreshed and ready to be used again. Okay, so that is it's a pretty basic setup. I've kind of tried to make it as naturalistic looking as I can without having to put new plants in here. Like I said earlier, at the moment I'm not putting plants in because I'm trying to eliminate this mealybug infestation that I've got in the reptile room. So yeah, this is kind of the best I can do at the moment. I may put a token fern in a pot or something in the future, but there's tons of hiding places. We have hiding places all the way along the back, stuff to go under. Behind here, she can't see anything from under there, so that works as a nice hide. And then we have other bits all scattered around, as well as places to get off the ground. They don't tend to use these climbing kind of ledges, which is why I've got over the years I've learned that having the heat lamp a bit lower works absolutely fine. So yeah, all I've got to do now is put the glass back in, and then we'll go and get the snake. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Just a little short and sweet one this time, just to kind of give you a bit of an insight into me and the reptiles, what's happening at the moment, and a product that I'm currently using to my advantage and is working really well in the shed. Please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.